Hello everyone, welcome for this new tutorial. So today we will model a technical piece with Blender 2.8. Blender 2.8 is still in developing and in beta version. So now developers, they are fixing bugs and make the final stuff. I think we will have a stable version during spring or something like that. But for now you can not really use Blender 2.8 for professional tasks. So I just want to show to beginners or to people that are new to Blender how to use it and just how to download it. So you just go there and search for Blender 2.8, go into blender.org, just download this, and in case you have Mac or Linux or whatever, you just select the good OS and the good version you want, and you will have a .zip. You unzip this file and you will have here a folder with Blender inside. You double click on this and after you just have to put it into your taskbar like that, like I did here. So when you open this, you will have this and something a little different, because here you will have the possibility to change the selection and what you can do with your spacebar. But you can access these options here too into edit preferences, and if you go there into input, you will have the possibility to select with left or right and what you can do with your spacebar here. So I did choose the options by default because I think to teach people it's better to go there. But if you are really used to Blender 2.7 and don't want to change or whatever, keep the right click if you need. What I can tell about it is that actually it went really smoothly for me. I was even a little surprised that it went so much smooth. I didn't have problems. It didn't came with a lot of problems in my brain to switch from left click and right click. So for now, I mean, yeah, it seems that it works well, and that is not really a big problem actually. And it's really good if you switch to other softwares as Photoshop or whatever. The left click is really the convention, and I think it's really good for Blender people that we start to use it now finally. So let's go there. I will just enable the shortcuts here. Like this, you will see what I do. So we will start the shortcut there. You will not have this, it's normal. And I really thank Jayanam that made this little add-on that enables this for every people that are teaching. So let's go ahead, and now we would like a 3D interface, but a 2D interface too. So you can go there into the corner, and when you have the cross, you just click and drag to the left. Something like this, if it works. Thank you. Yes. Okay, and here now you can choose the image editor. It's just to have the reference image here, and this reference will be available into in a link into the description of the video there, and you just click and drag this image into the interface and you will have the image available there. So after we can just put more interface into 3D and focus more into 3D. So what we will do there, we will just remove by select with left click, here our objects and select our cube, and we will go into orthographic mode with 5 because all the technical blueprints like that are always like that. So in orthographic view, no perspective, and here we have the front view, it says, so it will be the same on our model. We have the front view there, okay, that comes here. So now what we would like to do is to go into the options, because for now what we have is the cube, that the measurement of the cube is 2 meters, so we would like something in millimeters first. And to can use the right values when I extrude. For example, here, if I just take this part and make E2, okay, So I will extrude 2 meters, and it's not really what I want. I would like to extrude millimeters, because we will say that here it will be millimeters. So let's go there into the units, okay, and we will change the length to millimeters. So now we can extrude millimeters. So if I extrude 200, I will extrude 200 millimeters, okay, and like this it works well. But the scale of my cube is really too big, and I would like to use a global scale difference. So I will go there into unit scale and put 0.001, and now I should have a cube that is 2 millimeter wide, okay. So let's continue, and we will stay here into object mode, and what we will do, we will just change the dimensions. Here we can notice that we have 96 here, 64 and 16, so it will be the base rectangle, okay, rectangle extruded like this, that we will use for this piece. So what we will do, we'll choose the X, 96, okay, here we have 64, good, and here we have 16, good. And now I can just use the numpad period into, to focus into my object. Now I should have something like this. Actually, I don't like the default shader that they use here, the default 3D shading that they use. So what I will do, I will go there into matcap, and I will use another matcap. Like this one will be better for a task, okay. This is just for visualization, it's nothing else. Now we'll go into edit mode and start to think about what we will extrude from this surface and how we can cut this surface. So usually what I use is that I use the Control R here and slide it until a corner. And for example, if I want 16 millimeters after, I just use the GX16. Okay, like this, I'm sure that here I have 16 millimeters. So it will be the technique that we will use. And now it will be the same into the other side. If I use Control R to add a loop there and slide it into really the corner here, I will use the GY22 this time, and I will have this line here. Good. Now I would like to have this line again, and to measure it I have 40, so I will go there, Control R, go until here, and GX40. Okay, the same for here, I will have 12, so I will make Control R until there, GY12, but this time it will be negative, so I add the negative into my shortcut in the end. And now I have the possibility to extrude all of these parts. So let's go. We will just use the 3 shortcut here, not in the numpad, in the normal keyboard place. So one is for vertices, 2 is for edges, and 3 for faces. So now I will just select here with Shift Select to have a multiple selection. Okay, so Shift left click, not like before, Shift right click, and we will make a E. And this, we see that we need a 28 height here, that we have here, okay? And after we select only that part that will represent this part, and we see that it's 48 from the base, and we did extrude already 28, so still 20 to go. So extrude E20, and it will make this. So we have the global shape of our piece here. What we would like to do now is to make here this round shape that we have, this beveling round shape that we have here. And to make this, we have 2 things to manage. So let's go into edges selection. I will just select this edge, and with Control B I can add normally a bevel. But we can see that the bevel doesn't work well, and why it doesn't make a 45 angle, and if I just do a little movement it will go really wide, so I don't know why it doesn't working. And it comes this because we did scale our object in object mode, and actually it's really something that's in all my course, and that beginner users, they have problems to understand that, is that when you change the scale of your object here, okay, you have the global scale of the object that is 48, 32, and 8. So everything that you will do in edit mode is related to that, okay? It means that if I launch my Control B, it will go into the x-axis for 48 times, and so it will not be really simple to use it. So to apply the scale and to keep the dimensions, you just have to go in object mode and to make Control A scale. And now you have a scale at 1. And it allows you to take this part and to make the Control B without any bad deformation. And it's really important to understand, because a lot of people have problems to understand that. Now this is the first problem that we did resolve, but now I have another problem. We can notice that here the radius size is 32, so I can manage my radius into my beveling. So if I just do Control B, increase this with the scroll mouse here, and I will go into my bevel options there. So I have an amount of 13. If I increase this, okay, you can see that it increased, but more than 20 it's not possible, because here I have this line that doesn't allow me to go through, okay? And to resolve this problem, I just do Control Z one time, and I will, in edges selection, I will just select the edges that I want to remove, to clean. Like this, I will be sure that I can go through this, and I will just, to remove them, go into the X menu and dissolve edges, like that. Okay, now we can select again and make a Control B, and it will work, no problem with it. Okay, so you can manage the width, you can put it with the numbers of numpad. So if I want 32, I put 32, and if I want to increase and decrease the increments there, so you can increase here the subdivisions there, and let's say I would like 24 to have something clean. Okay, so now I have this part that is finished. Now I would like to resolve this problem here. We have a square and we would like a triangle, and it has to go like this. So a lot of possibilities to resolve this. I show you 2 or 3 maybe. First of all, I show you 3 possibilities, and it's interesting to see how you can have the same thing by making different options. So with vertices mode, I will remove these vertices. Okay, and now I can make a face from this, and make a face from that, and make a face from here, and I have the same thing. Okay, it's the first option. I come back to the second option. Okay, second option is with the K. The K tool is the knife tool, so just to add here what you need. Okay, enter what you will need with the same here, sorry, K. Okay, and you will just remove here, there's 2 vertices. Okay, and then fill by make a face with F. Okay, so this is like this, and it seems that the shortcuts, yeah, the shortcuts are here. Okay, and same other option. I come back to this. So now you have the merge option to take this one to that one and merge it with Alt M, and it will merge here at last. Same with these 2 vertices, Alt M at last. So you can see that I did use 3 techniques different, and that I have the same result. So you can just think about what is more efficient and how you want to build your model. So now here we have this part to model. We could add, for example, we could add a cylinder, and maybe after with the good size and in the good location into another object, and use, for example, the Boolean option if you want a non-destructive. So it can be an option, and it's not difficult to make, but really this time I want to show you how to model it only in edit mode. So just to go there, we will add here a loop here, and we will make a gx8 sorry into the negative like this. I will have this, and we know that here it's 24, so Control R again here, and gx negative 24, and we will have this shape. Now we know that it's 24, so it must be 12 here because the radius must be 12, so we need a loop there, and we'll make a Control R gz12 negative, and make the same here into the other side here, gz12 negative. Okay, now we have the possibility to clean this by selecting the faces that you want to remove, and you will just remove the faces. Now you can build back the geometry by making a face with this 1 2 3 4 5 F, 1 2 3 4 5 F, and 1 2 F, and now you have this kind of geometry, and it will allow us to make a bevel just there with Control B, okay, and with the good amount and with the good subdivision. So, and we will have these options here. So we will put an amount of 12 because the radius should be 12 here, and the segments, it's up to you. Use even numbers, so 12 it should be okay. Okay, so now what we will have into the next option here, we know that we have 16 here because we will build this place here after. So we know that we have 16, and we know that the loop that we did put here was a loop with that the width was 22 there. Okay, you remember that. So I will put another there, and it will be 16 gy 16, and I will have this. So now I know that here it's 22, here is 16, so here it must be 6, and I still need 10, so I will just go there and add one with gx10, gy10. Okay, so now I will have the beginning of my shape. Now I would like to add a loop there, okay, and you can notice that it gives some strange results because it will add the loop during all this, so it will not help us for resolve everything, but let's have a look there. And now I know that I have a loop here, but I have double vertices here too, and I know if I make a gx, it will make crazy geometry there. So I will just, with B, deselect with the middle click what I don't want to use, okay? And what I don't want to use is this. Now I can move finally this geometry, and we know that it's 20 and half of 16, so it will be 28. So gx 28 negative, and we will have this kind of geometry. For the double geometry that we have there, don't worry, we will just clean this up in the end of the tutorial. So now we have the possibility, I remove this, we have the possibility by going to the face selection with 3, I will go there, okay, and remove the faces. And now I can rebuild the geometry by just clicking the 2 vertices there, okay, and make F a few times, and you will have your geometry that is ready to use. We will clean the edges that will disturb us for the beveling, so we'll just remove these edges by just go into X, dissolve edges, and like this we have the possibility to make our bevels there with the 2 edges. Okay, so now we should have the right place. Okay, and we will just use the right amount that we need. So we know it will be 8 here, and we can keep 12, it gives a good result. And now our piece is finished. So okay, we have exactly the same piece than here. So Into the next video, I will maybe make an introduction of measure tool into Blender. So how to add arrows and measurements into your model. And just now, before, if you want to export it to 3D printing, you just have to clean the geometry. So just go there, select everything, and make a Ctrl-V, remove double vertices. Okay, so it did remove 16 vertices. And just to control that everything is good, you just deselect everything. And with Ctrl-Alt-Shift-M, it's not the same in Blender 2.8. You will go to select here, and you will go to select non-manifold. Okay, and if there is nothing, you will have something good for exporting. So if you want to export for 3D printing, you will go to File, Export into STL or OBJ. This tutorial is a part of a big training I did recently in 2.79 about 3D printing. So if you want to have a look at it, I really recommend you to click on the link under the video. And that's it for this tutorial. So in the next sessions, maybe we will make something with measurement tool to show you how to make this kind of effect with a render. Okay, so that's it for this video, and enjoy Blender 2.8.